Welcome to another algebra practice. We're going to simplify the expressions by using a method called dividing out monomials. Our first example is x over 4 times x. The common denominator is x, so we can divide out this common denominator. We have a 1 over 4. Now we're going to check, do we have excluded value? Excluded value is the one that when you plug it in, that will make your denominator become 0. Okay, so we're going to say this excluded value is 0. Let us look at our second practice. Second practice is 4 times x squared over 20 times x squared. So we definitely can divide out this. And also notice that 4 is 4 times 1 and 20 is 4 times 5. So we have 2 monomials we can divide out. Divide out here and here and here. It's 1 over 5. 1/5 is the simplified expression. However, we do need to consider the excluded value. What value of x it is that will make the denominator become 0? That is 0. All right, let us continue. Third question is 6z to the third power minus 12z to the second power over 18 times z to the second power. Now notice that for this coefficient, we all have a 6. So 6 times z, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the z also because we noticed that they all have z to the second power. So I'm going to rewrite z to the third power as z to the second power times z to the first power. Minus 12 is 6 times 2 and times z to the second power. And 18 is 3 times 6 times z to the second power. I'm going to factor out this monomial, then divide it out. Look at the numerator. We have 6 z to the second power, 6 z to the second power. So this is our greatest monomial. And look at 6 times z to the second power times z. After I factor out 6z to the second power, I have z left here in the parentheses. Look at this one. After I factor out 6 and z to the second power, and we have minus 2 left. And look at this denominator. After we have 6z to the second power, I'm going to just put it in front, 6z second power and times 3. I put it in the front, so it's really easy for us to see, oh, this monomial can be divided out. So after we divide it out, we have z minus 2 over 3. Now it is indeed the simplified expression. However, one more thing. We need to go back to consider. What is the excluded value? I color it green. We need to look at this part. What the value of z is that will make this denominator become 0? So set 18z squared equals 0. Set 18z squared equals 0. Z has to be 0. That will make this denominator become 0. Therefore, we say, there you go, this is excluded value. Excluded value is when z is 0. This will become undefined. Okay, we dealt with something a little bit challenging. Now we go back to the easy one. This one asks us to simplify the expression. But after examining it, we notice this is already in simplest form. Therefore, we do not need to do anything to simplify it anymore. It's already in its simplest form. Therefore, all we need to do is we're going to check this denominator, trying to find such thing called excluded value. Remember, in order to find the excluded value, we're going to set the denominator equals 0, then find out what is the value of q that will make 14 minus q is 0. Q is 14. When Q is 14, that's the moment we find the excluded value. Alright, that's it for today's practice. The topic is simplify expression. The skill is by using the dividing out monomials. Happy learning.